Welcome to the Unapologetic Mompreneur, the podcast for mums with an online business who are ready to take back their time, home, business and self so they can restore the balance and thrive, both at home and at work, without feeling like they have to choose between the two. I'm your host, Sarah Dew, life and biz coach for mompreneurs. I'm also a mum, stepmom, wife, introvert, breast cancer survivor, and your mentor for making a change for the better. I've learned how to go from surviving to thriving and unapologetically create a business I love and the life I want for me and my family without worrying about what other people think. And now I'm here to help you do the same. Because being an unapologetic mompreneur doesn't mean that we're selfish or that we don't care about others. It simply means that we are not afraid to show up as our true, authentic selves, to step into our purpose, do what we know is right for ourselves and the ones we love, and take the steps we need to take to make our dream life and business a reality. Join me each week where I'll be sharing all of my best tips and strategies, plus the occasional dose of tough but gentle love to help you feel empowered, motivated, and confident to take action so that you can become the mum, wife, biz owner, and woman you know you are meant and deserve to be. So, are you ready to unapologetically create a business and life you love? Let's do this. Hey there, and welcome to episode 2 of the Unapologetic Mompreneur podcast. In this episode, I want to share with you 3 signs that it might just be time for you to start becoming an unapologetic mompreneur. If you find that you are feeling frustrated and overwhelmed by all the noise out there telling you how you should do all of the things, how to run your home, parent your kids, grow your business, and you're just feeling like you're stuck spinning in circles, that you're not getting anywhere, that you're not really living the life that you want to live, that you have no time for yourself, and that you just feel like you are constantly pulled down and pulled in every direction with all of the advice and noise out there, it might just be time for you to become an unapologetic mompreneur. Here are the 3 things that I have discovered. And so if you're feeling like this too, it may be that these 3 signs are actually your sign too, that it's time for you to start becoming more unapologetic and taking back your power. The first is being overwhelmed by all the noise. Oh my goodness, there is so much noise out there of how we should be doing this, that, and the other. We only have to spend 5-10 minutes scrolling through Instagram, scrolling through Facebook to just see that there are so many opinions out there of how we should be doing this, how we should be doing that. This is the correct way, that's the wrong way, this is the magic bullet, this is the thing that is going to change everything, this is the strategy that is going to get you to 6 figures. You know, it's just, there is so much noise. And whilst I'm sure some of it works for some people, if we jump on that bandwagon too, if we then compare those strategies, those opinions, those ideas to what we're doing, and we give them a try and it doesn't work, it can make us feel like a failure. And then also, if we sit and compare what we're doing right now to what they're doing, and we start to question, well, why aren't we doing that? Is this where I'm going wrong? And it causes us to question ourselves, our skills, our abilities, to trust our judgment. And we want to fit in, we want to conform, we want to succeed, we want to be part of something. But listening to all that noise can take us away from who we truly are. And when we hone in and start to learn to trust our own judgment and to listen and take on board all of the opinions and all of the ideas and all of the strategies and all of the help and advice and guidance and support, because a lot of the times the things that come in and that people say to us is because they have their best interests or our best interests at their heart, and they just don't want to see us struggle or suffer or fail or feel like we're on our own. And that's wonderful, and I'm truly thankful for all of the advice and everything that I've been given in the past. But it doesn't necessarily mean that it's true, correct, or that it's going to work for us. And if you feel like you're spinning in circles, overwhelmed by all of the noise out there telling you what to do, that is a really, really good sign that it is time to stop, that it is time to question all of that noise and to ask yourself, does any of this actually work for me? Is it true for me? And how can I want to do this? Does it fit with my core values? Does it fit with how I envision the life that I want to wake up to with my friends and family every single day? Does it fit with how I want to run my business? And if you're finding that you are overwhelmed by all of that noise, that you are trying all the things and nothing's working and you're just spinning in circles, and then you're just stuck. You can't see the wood for the trees. You can't get that helicopter view of what's going on, of what you want to do, how you want to do everything, and what goals to set to help you get there. That's definitely a sign that it's time for you to start taking back control and doing things on your own terms, and start living more unapologetically, to hone in on what really matters to you, of what of that noise out there that you do want to listen to, of what tips and strategies you want to action, and how you want to design things that is on your terms. The second sign is that your diary and to-do list are overflowing and that you feel like you never have time for yourself. With all of the school things going on with the kids, the after school clubs and everything else, and everything it takes to run at home and to think about laundry and grocery shopping and all of the little errands that we have to run alongside growing our business, finding the time to work on our business, and then client calls, the work we need to do with all of our clients to increase our client base, to bring on new projects, and all of that, it can absolutely cause our diary to explode. And then that can make us feel like we never have time for ourselves. We never have time to rest and recharge. We never have time to actually spend quality time with our family, let alone date our spouse and connect one-on-one with our kids when we want to as well. If you feel like your diary and to-do list are overflowing, if you feel like that your to-do list is calling the shots, you're sitting down every morning looking at your list thinking, oh my goodness, what am I going to do today? What are my priorities? I just don't know. And you just want to burn it and throw it away and walk away and just go and do something else. I'm totally with you. I know exactly what that is like. And if you spend more time adding to your to-do list than you do ticking it off, that's just going to overwhelm you too. And if you find that you are in that cycle where you open up your diary, somebody asks you to do something, or if you're free for something, to hang out with them, or to take on another project, or to take on another client, and you just look at your diary and think, I don't have the bandwidth. I'm just bursting. I don't have any time to do anything, let alone time for myself. That is a really good sign that it is time for you to take back your power and start becoming more unapologetic in the way that you are living your life. Now, that doesn't mean saying no to things that come our way. It doesn't mean letting people down and cancelling all kinds of commitments. It means spending a few moments taking stock of what you have got in your schedule, how you are spending your time, and what you actually want to spend your time on. What matters to you most? Who do you want to spend your quality time with? And are you making time for you? And when can you fit that in your schedule? Once I decided it was to start again for me on my diary and my schedule and my to-do list, I threw everything away and I started again. I started with what my core values were of what mattered to me most, and that was family. I looked at my diary of what I was prepared to take on. I have a quota now of what I'm allowed and what I prepare myself to take on each week and each month. And when I start getting close to that quota, I realize and tell myself it's time to start saying no. I book time in for myself at the beginning of every week that I can have a few minutes each week that is just for me. I am fiercely protective of that time for me, and I honor it and I treat it as if it was a doctor's appointment. I don't cancel that time. Sure, there may be time for me to switch it around to another day, but I always make sure that I have that much needed time to rest and recharge for me. And I know it can be super hard to start saying no to people because we don't want to disappoint them. We don't want to let them down. And we also worry about that fear of missing out too. But we need to be super conscious of the amount of time we have and the energy that we have and what we can take on. And it's absolutely okay to say no to something if it doesn't serve us, if we really know that we don't have the time or the energy or capacity to take it on right now. And no doesn't have to be permanent. It means just not this time. And maybe you can say yes at another time, but it's protecting your boundaries and knowing what you have the energy to take on and say yes to. The third sign is that you are feeling stuck and stagnant in every area of your life. You feel just completely lost. You can't see the wood for the trees. can't put your finger on what's not going right, that you're just stuck spinning in circles and you feel like you're meant for more. You know that you are destined to have this business of your dreams. You know that you have that fire burning in your belly, that you're called to serve these people that you want to work with. You know it's something that you want to do, but you just can't seem to make it happen. You feel stuck. You're trying all of the things. At home, you feel like you've lost that connection with your kids and spouse. You can't remember the last time it was that you had a date night with your other half. You cannot remember the last time that you spent really good quality time with your kids. And you're just, in terms of personal growth with yourself as well, you feel like you've lost touch of who you are. You've lost sight of what you're doing. You don't know what lifts you up anymore. You're finding it hard to get motivated and want to do things. And you just feel like you've lost that spark and you don't really know where it's gone or what that spark was in the first place, especially if you spent a long time focusing on your kids in those first early years and they're now at school and you're trying to find yourself again and you really just don't know what to do. And again, it goes back to all that noise out there. I have been there more times than I can tell you. And even though I'm sharing about being an unapologetic mompreneur now and doing the things that, having at the front of my mind what matters truly most to me and my family, I still have moments now where I feel lost and I don't know what I'm doing and questioning everything that I'm doing and feeling stuck and stagnant. And usually when I get to that, I realize that I've started listening to all the noise out there again, telling me what I need to be doing. And I've lost track of what really matters to me. And when that's the case, that is a sign that it's time again to take back your power, to reclaim your time, your home, your business and self, and to start doing things on your terms, to start being unapologetic in the direction you take, the decisions you make, and the things that you say yes and no to, especially in our businesses. If you're feeling stuck in your business and you're not seeing the results that you want, or you're feeling like you're listening to all the things, chopping and changing, and nothing seems to be working, you can't make those sales, you're not getting traction, you're not getting new clients. Yes, it could be a result of just needing to tweak your copy, of needing to refine your message, of needing to grow your list that little bit more so that you have new people to share your offers and services with. But it could also be that you are not showing up as your true, authentic self because you're listening to all of the noise out there. You're trying to follow the new latest trend. You're questioning everything that you're doing because you're comparing yourself to everything online and what you see on Instagram and everywhere else, instead of staying true to yourself and asking, what do you really want? What do you envision for your business? What feels right for you? What do you want to offer? What do you want to do? Who do you want to serve? When you tap into that and when you hone back in on that, that's when you take back your power and you can start living more unapologetically in your business and showing up more authentically online and attracting your tribe. That was one of the biggest lessons for me in these last 18 months when I realized that that's what I was doing, that I was hiding, that I was not being visible, that I was not showing up as who I really was, of the things that I love, the things that I'm passionate about, because I was worrying about what other people think. I was doing what I thought I should be doing in the latest course that I was following. I was sharing what I thought people wanted to hear from me online. I was worried about upsetting people and saying something that offended them or that they took umbrage to, and that they then decided I wasn't for them. They would unsubscribe or I'd lose them as a client. And that dumbed down my message. It dumbed down who it was, and it made all of my programs and all of my messaging and the way I connected with people completely vanilla. It was a message that would have served any mum, but it wasn't talking to the mums that I was truly, truly passionate about working with most, the mums that are just like me, that are striving to seek that work from home life balance and go from thriving to surviving whilst juggling, growing their business with raising their family and designing a life that is on their terms. I was so vanilla and I was too afraid to really dig in and be who I really, really wanted to be. But once I started doing that, once I started giving myself the permission and say, actually, no, I am going to start showing up. And I'm not going to lie, it was really, really scary. And there are still moments now where it completely terrifies me at the thought of sometimes, even recording this podcast is terrifying, or going and hitting the go live button inside my Facebook group. I still get jitters. I still get nerves. I still hate being on camera and the sound of my own voice and all of that stuff. But I realized that if I wanted to grow this business of my dreams, I have to start being me. And once I started doing that, oh my goodness, it was the complete opposite. Instead of pushing people away, instead of people unsubscribing and leaving and everything else, they were flocking to me. My list started growing. I started getting replies to my emails. I started getting comments in my lives. Everything changed. I was so shocked that instead of hiding and dumbing myself down and feeling stuck and lost about who I was, once I started showing up about who I am, my quirks, my interests, all of the funny, quirky things about me, my strengths, my weaknesses, all of that, once I started sharing that, everything changed. And so if you feel like you're stuck, that you're lost, that you're meant for more, and you just don't really know how to make it happen, as scary as I know it might be, and we're going to dive a whole lot deeper into that in this podcast of how to push past those fears, how to crush those limiting beliefs that are holding us back. But if you're feeling stuck like that, it's time to take back your power and start becoming an unapologetic mompreneur. How do you make all of that happen? If you've said yes to any of those three things, I feel your pain. I have been exactly where you are. I know exactly how you feel, but that is the start. If you are feeling like that now, that's great, because actually that's the indication that you are ready to start taking back your power. You are ready to start becoming unapologetic, to start discovering and embracing your true authentic self. And there are three ways that you can do this and that I can help you do that today. The first is to keep listening to this podcast, because over the coming weeks and months, I'm going to be sharing so many tips and strategies, so much encouragement, motivation, inspiration, and support to help you take those steps to go from surviving to thriving, to taking back your home, your business, and yourself, so that you can create the business that you love and deserve to have, and so that you can create the family life that you want to have without worrying about other people. The second is come and join my community. Come and join the Unapologetic Mompreneur Facebook group. It's a safe and welcoming space full of other mompreneurs just like you and I, who are all striving to create a biz and life they love on their terms. There is so much support in there. I go live regularly. There's Q&A sessions, masterclasses, and you can get to hang out and just connect with lots of other mompreneurs just like you and I. I would love for you to come and join the Facebook group. You'll find the link to do that in the show notes below. And then the third is to come and work with me one-on-one. I have a 12-week program where I take you through the 4-step framework of going from surviving to thriving, using the 4 pillars that are the foundation of my business and the 4 steps that I take all of my one-on-one clients through. And if that feels like that's something you're called to do, come and send me a message over on Instagram, DM me with the word unapologetic, and we can get a conversation going on how to get that started. I hope that this episode has helped you today. If you are feeling like you're stuck, spinning in circles, and that you are overwhelmed by all of the noise, and that your to-do list and your diary are calling the shots, it's time to take back your power. It's time to start becoming an unapologetic mompreneur. You've got this, mama, and I will chat with you very soon in the next episode. Thank you so much for joining me for another installment of the Unapologetic Mompreneur podcast. If you like what you heard, be sure to hit that subscribe button so that you never miss an episode. And if you have a moment, I would love for you to leave me a rating and a review so that other mompreneurs can find this podcast too. Here's to unapologetically becoming the mum, wife, biz owner, and woman you know you are meant and deserve to be. I can't wait to chat with you in the next episode. Bye for now.